Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of our Profits for Sanity podcast. My name is Dominic Caminata, CEO of Grosso University, the industry-leading sales training, fully bilingual consulting group. What I love most about doing this show is I have the priceless opportunity to interview some of the most powerful and inspiring entrepreneurs and business leaders in the world. There's so many amazing success stories in this industry where young men and women seemingly have all odds stacked against them. However, through relentless work ethic and perseverance, these amazing men and women make their American dream come true. Today's guest is a shining example of what you can achieve with the right mindset, a bold vision, and belief in yourself. His name is Daniel Vasquez, and he is the CEO and founder of Midwest Exteriors based out of Chicago. I promise after you hear Daniel's story, you will be absolutely inspired and motivated to make your American dream come true. And Daniel, I just want to say thank you so much for driving up here from Chicago on icy roads.
Yeah, it's been kind of hard to get here, but thank you, Dominic, for inviting us to be here today and have this conversation today and helping everybody to get there and reach their goals.
Yeah, it's absolutely my pleasure. And, just reading your bio, I got very inspired myself. And it's one of those things for me. It's like, man, I really need to elevate my mindset personally because, we all have a tendency to sell ourselves short occasionally. And, sometimes we really need to raise the bar on what we think is possible. And you're a shining example of what you can achieve when you do that. So, but if you don't mind, let's go back to kind of the beginning, your entry into the business. What first inspired you to start Midwest Exteriors? And what were some of the challenges that you had to face early on when you got into the business?
Well, I've been in this for this industry for a while, and I see everybody getting their dreams come true. And one day, one person they saw how one of the sales guys from the other company used to work, saw how I handled homeowners, and he's told me like, "Hey, you wanna do this? You wanna do this? You wanna do this?" And then he teach me how to get it. And from that point, I was doing good. And now, it's amazing how you can, when you put your mind and your goals and your dreams in there and your heart, you can get it. You can be there. You can get the stuff.
So how much English did you know when you first came into this business and when you came to this country?
When I came into the country, I was, I zero.
Yeah, zero.
It's time to listen up, closers. Before you go any further, you need to hear this. The Grosso University Sales Academy Masterclass is not just another training opportunity. This is the most in-demand, highest-rating sales training program in the history of the home improvement industry. Thousands of sales warriors just like you have gone through this life-changing program taught by our world-class head sales trainer, Daniel Vasquez, and they are winning more and bigger because of it. If you're serious about dominating in sales, this is where you go to sharpen your edge. The best part is, it's 100% virtual and happens on the second Monday of every month, so there are absolutely zero excuses not to invest in your growth and development. Why don't you go ahead and hit the link in the description to learn more and lock in your spot and get ready to ignite the greatness within. On behalf of Grosso University, yes, you are a closer, and back to the video.
So, were you scared at all, coming into the country, not knowing the language, or did you just have a bold vision where it's like, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to make it happen, no matter what, no one's going to stop me?
You know what? Sometimes it's really good to have a person next to you to push you.
Yeah.
Push you, they make you together. It's one person in my life, the mother of my kids, the wife, the one she always pushing me, you have to learn it. You have to learn English. You have to learn the language. If you're going to be, you want everybody to teach you different, they have to know you know them, you know the language. Because if you don't learn the language, how you going to teach your kids when they start going to school? How you going to help them?
Right.
So she was the one pushing me together. Always I like to go to the gym. And that time I don't drive because I don't, what's hard for me to drive here. And I thought please drop me to the gym. Then what she does, it was she's dropping me to the ESL language.
Okay.
No, you're afraid you're not gonna learn it. And after you get done with this, I dropped you to the gym. She was the one that
yeah.
The push.
Yeah, I can relate to that. The whole reason Grosso University even became a business because my wife like gave me that support and that encouragement. Like, you're going to pursue your dreams, whether you like it or not. Like, you're going to do this, you're going to make it happen. So having that person as your foundation in your corner to support you makes all the difference.
Yeah, that's like amazing to have one person that support you, they trust you, they help you to get your dreams. Like, no matter how hard is the times, if that person is there with you, man, it's a blast to have that person, because they if you have a person like negative, like, no, if you do this, you're not gonna go nowhere.
Yeah.
But if you have that person in your life, man,
yeah. So when I was looking at your bio, it's really evident that you have a relentless work ethic and you have a very powerful mindset. You're a very motivated person. Where do you think that stems from? Is that something that you had since you were a child, or is this something that you've kind of developed over time?
It is. I developed over time, because when I start this business, I just want to have enough money to buy the food and pay my bills. But as soon as I see what you can get in this industry, it changed my mind. It changed my mind because I got my education. I met up people like you guys, helping them develop their business or helping them see what they doing wrong. I've been bumping in a lot of this person that helped me in my life. Now I don't have limits.
Yep.
I move it away.
Yeah, because in the beginning you're like, I just want to make enough money just to live comfortably, but you didn't have like the really big vision and goals. But then you started to see what the opportunity really was in this business, right? And then you're like, you know what? Why not like go all in and see what I can do, right?
Yeah. It's if you do the right way with the right persons and the right help, you can reach your American dream. Yeah. Because you're here now.
Yeah.
You did the hard part. Leave everything behind, everything. My mother, my sisters, all my family, I left there behind. It was the hard part. Yeah. Now I'm here. That's the easy part now. It's the easy part. Just get it, learn it, and get educated.
There's so much negativity in the world today. There's a lot of doom and gloom. I can't tell you how many times I hear people saying how hard it is and how difficult it is. And don't get me wrong, there's challenges, of course. It's not easy. But what I found in this industry, first of all, it's an industry of abundance. There's enough business for everyone to live a really great life and live their American dream. And there's all kinds of support. And now there's more support for the Spanish speaking, thanks to Wendy Harmeyer, where she's offering high levels professional training. But there's a lot of people, like from my experience that I've seen, that are willing to be mentors. And there's a lot of business leaders that I talk to, even on the show, where they're willing to share. So it's just a matter of, am I going to try to do this alone, or am I going to educate myself and learn from the best and get the support I need? One of they say the three most important words we all need to get better at saying is, I need help, right? Mm-hmm. So you said you had some mentors and some people that kind of helped you along the way.
Yeah.
I guess, how important is it in your mind for business leaders to seek out mentorship, to seek out coaching and guidance, so they're not having to learn through trial and error?
Oh, that's if you get a mentor and someone to help you, that's easy to reach your goals. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna do by yourself, it's gonna take you years, years to get there. Mm-hmm. Like, I have a mentor out there in Chicago. I work for that person, and he's been my mentor since I opened the company. He always told me, like, do this way, get loans this way. He teach me all his secrets.
Yeah.
And I still talking with the guy. I mean, the person, it's one of my.
And I guarantee your mentor has a mentor.
Yeah. And
then they have mentors, right? Mm-hmm. It really never ends. And that's what's amazing about it, right? One lesson my mom always instilled in me when I was a kid is, no matter how good you think you are, there's always somebody better. And that doesn't seem like a very inspiring thing to hear, but the big message for me was, don't get complacent. Always strive to level up, seek out coaching and advice from those who are doing greater things than you, like who are already living the life that you aspire to have for yourself, or who have already achieved the things that you wish to achieve for yourself, right?
Yeah.
So, and really don't be afraid to get help from other people.
It's like one day I was on the phone scrolling and see what's in the phone, and I saw a person, the smart people, they always have questions.
Yeah.
The dummy people think they know everything.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. So I do a lot of sales trainings, and I'll have the top sales performer in the company sitting in the front. You know, this is a sales rep that does $5 million a year, is closing at 65, 70%, just an all-star, just a stud. And they're taking more notes than the person in the back that's barely hitting their benchmarks, that's barely performing at all. So the sales rep that's not doing well is taking no notes. And the top performer has pages of notes. They're still actively learning and trying to get better. And that's really what it's all about, right? We say school's never out for the closer. School's never out for the leader or the entrepreneur. You got to constantly be willing to grow and learn. And again, don't get comfortable when it comes to your success or your knowledge, right?
That's why when it's like events around me or somebody invite me to the event, I like to go to hear more people what's in there. They don't let them keep going.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's what it's in my front, but I don't see it. From my side, I don't see it, but from other person be telling me, I can see like I'm gonna go back and check if I have the same mistake. That's why I like to go and see and talk to people to see why they need to learn or what they need to be developed to get it there.
Yeah.
So maybe they're gonna help me too because something I'm doing wrong. Not because I'm the level that I'm right now. I have mistakes, and I keep learning year by year.
Mm-hmm.
What are my mistakes? What I did wrong? That's why I like to talk with all my people. Because all the sales guys that I have in the house, they're like my family. Yeah. I like to tell, if you see me doing something wrong, please bring it up. Yeah. I want to know what I'm doing wrong so I can do better.
Those are some of my favorite conversations as a leader of a team is, what could I be doing better for you to support you? You know, if you were in my shoes, like, how would you do things differently to be more impactful? So not being afraid to get vulnerable and ask for help as a leader. And a lot of leaders think they have to have all the answers all the time, and that couldn't be further from the truth. You know, we want to make sure our team feels like they're invested, that they're a part of something bigger than all of us, and what they do has purpose and meaning. So we talk about, the American dream, living in this country. Well, there's this very famous quote, and I think about this a lot. You know, we're all created equal. And a lot of people have different definitions of what that means. To me, what that means is, we are all equal, meaning that I don't have any power or authority over anybody. Even if I'm like the CEO of a company, that doesn't mean I have more power authority over any of my employees. That just means I'm a leader of a team. I have a different role I'm playing, but what they do is equally as important, in some cases more important than what I'm doing. And I want them to feel that they're appreciated and what they do matters, right? That's ultimately what your employees want to feel as well.
Yeah, that's why everybody in our company, I treat them equal. Mm-hmm. And I like to spend the time with them.
Yeah.
At least for a lunch. Hey, let's go to lunch. Let's go do something. Just one-on-one. Because now they feel more appreciated. Because that's what I used to like when the company that I used to work, when they take me out, just me and the boss. Man, I feel like, this guy, he appreciates me like really.
Feel important. You feel special, mm-hmm. And recognition is really everything, right? Mm-hmm. People want to be recognized. They want to be seen.
Yeah.
And a lot of leaders and owners have the exact opposite mindset that you have, where they want to keep separation from their team, right? They want to stay over here as the leader, their team's over here. They don't want to get too close because that can cause problems. But if you do it the right way, you can still, maintain your respect as a leader, as an authority figure, but, treat them like family at the same time.
Yeah, that's why, everybody they love me the same way because I'm treating everybody.
I love you, man.
We respect. And when they need something or they need to talk or they have something they chase, they need to let it go. Like, hey, I'm here. Mm-hmm. Come and talk to me. Talk to me. If you have something I can help you or I can, we can figure out together how you get out of the situation that you are.
So you talked about how much your wife was a big reason that, you had the courage and confidence and support to really go after it and pursue your dreams. But you also have some children as well, right?
Yeah.
So being a father and obviously having two boys, you have two boys, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess how influential was fatherhood also for you and really, being that leader, not just for your company, but for your family?
Oh, man, when I got my first baby holding in my hands, it changed my whole world. I changed my whole world because now all my mind they changed too. Because before I was like, if you have, it's all good. But now when I hold my baby, I was scared because I look at my baby like I can barely take care of myself. How am I gonna fit this?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like I think we're all created in a way to just have this amazing ability to adapt very quickly. And, obviously there's not really a good blueprint and guideline for parenthood, right? Like how to be a good father, how to be a good mother. But we just kind of figure it out, right? You just figure it out. You make it happen. You make it work. And obviously having to go about it completely selfless now. It's not all about me anymore. It's about taking care of this precious baby, right?
Yeah.
It does give your whole life newfound purpose and meaning and motivation. It's like, man, I want to make sure that this child has the best opportunity to live the life of their dreams.
And then when I see them, and I was thinking like, no, now I have to go harder. I have to hustle more harder because I want them to have the stuff that I don't have. I want them to have a good life.
Yeah.
I want them to be someone. Because if I just like don't do for them, I want them to see me. If I did it, coming from another country and like make it, they can do it because they're from here. They their first language is English. They're more easy for them to get it, to get their goals, to get their. But the only thing I need is set them their minds together, like pushing them a little bit, and show them how to be with the person and be a good person. How to respect everybody. Yeah. This is one of the things that I want them to learn, to respect everybody. Everybody, we're the same. Yeah. We are the same. There's no difference. Mm-hmm. No matter how the person is picking up the disposal to the person that's handing you the checks. We are the same. We are the same. There's no difference. Exactly.
It's actually one of the big lessons I would train salespeople on is, make it a personal goal in your life. When you meet anyone moving forward, make them feel like they're the most important person in the world. Make them feel special because they are. We're all unique and special. We got special, unique gifts. But very few people make you feel special anymore. Go fly somewhere and tell me how special you feel. Like you feel like, navalent people. And then service, like this whole concept of customer service, it's kind of like a dying art, right? So if you can go about your life making people feel important, feel special. If I'm a salesperson going into a home, trying to earn someone's business, for that, hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, however long I'm there, I make them feel special and understood. I mean, you may be the first person in months or years that have made them feel that way, right?
Yeah.
So it's a really great lesson to instill in your children is everyone is special and important. Make them feel that way. And that's going to springboard you forward in ways you can't imagine.
Yeah, because if they don't do that, they're not gonna be helping them. They're not gonna be listening to them. They're gonna be like, this guy is coming again. Like, That's why when I show up to the side jobs, and they see me, they come in because I always go there and shaking hands and hey, how you guys doing? Do you guys need anything? Do you need like water? Or that's why when they're showing up to the side job, everybody's coming down out of the roof, like coming in, like, shaking their hands. Hey, how's your day? How's it going? Hey. They made me feel special, and they're like, that's why I was like, have to give them that respect, because they're the one they're working out there. Yeah, they're the one they're making money for everybody in the company, so that I have to make everybody special, giving some a little bit here and there. Yeah, it's important because often in different home improvement companies that we talk to, there's different departments that get a little bit more love. There's some that get a little bit more neglected. And certainly like the production or installation teams are often treated a little different than the salespeople and people in marketing. So it's important that, however you're recognizing and incentivizing and celebrating your people in marketing and sales, do that for your crews too, because you're not going to have a business unless this stuff can get installed. Yeah, right. And they have the hardest job of all, right? Installing and they taking care of your stuff and they making sure everything is getting done the right way. Yeah. Because they know if I making money, they making money. Mm-hmm. if they taking care of me, I'm gonna, I'll be taking care of them.
Right.
So if you teach that way, all your installers, they save to the last nail. You know what? It's a half-ox nail, so that's still got left. We left it on the side. Send somebody to get it, so you can use it in a different job.
That's awesome.
Hey closers, it's Dan Coombsbury from Grosso University. I'm the sales trainer who runs our monthly Sales Academy Masterclass, where we walk you through our 11-step process for in-home sales in the home improvement industry. This process is perfect for salespeople of any level of experience, whether you're green coming right into the field or you've been doing this for 30 years. We promise you that you're going to learn something that you can take out that day and help you close business. From my personal experience, I know that many homeowners that you talk to are looking to work with a credible expert who is knowledgeable, but they don't like being sold. The beautiful part about this process is it can be tailored for any personality type, any problem you may run into, and we're going to go through this in such a detail-oriented manner that you'll be prepared for any situation. From walking up and knocking on the door all the way through buttoning up the deal, we will teach you the nuanced art form that is one call closing. This is a skill set that helped me make multiple six-figure income for years and years, and now, because I get to sit on this side of the camera, I get to pass that skill set along to you. I hope you're up to the task, because I'll tell you, this is a 145-page book that we train over a 2-week span. It is coupled with our 11-part video series that's broken down so it's easy to digest. No matter what type of learner you are, we accommodate you. Now, at the end of our 2-week training process, you will have to pass a final exam, and it's not easy. You'll have to score at least an 85% on this final exam in order to become a certified sales warrior through the Grosso University program. And that's where the hard work begins. But if you're up to the task and you want to make life-changing money and cultivate a skill set that will permeate into all areas of your life, I invite you to join me in the Sales Academy Masterclass. We have classes that start on the second Monday of every month, and I look forward to seeing you in class. And as always here at Grosso University, yes, you are a closer.
Just to add more clarity to your journey here. So in 2016, when you started this business, how much money did you have?
$300 in my pocket.
$300. Okay. So obviously you had a bold vision, you had a dream. Now fast forward 9 years later, where's Midwest Exteriors today? What are you pacing for this year?
My set is get to 40.
40 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I just want to be clear here, because this is the stuff that, gets me fired up, is hearing this. Okay. So you had $300 in your pocket, and how strong was your ability to speak English in 2016?
It was decent.
It was okay. Okay. But obviously you had to learn that. And so $300, now you have a company you're building, then your goal is to pace 40 million this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can we just do a round of applause virtually? All right, come on. That is an incredible success story, and that's what I love about this podcast. And it's really an honor for me to be able to talk to leaders like yourself, because I'm very much a student as I am a host of a show. Like, I don't have all the answers, so when I'm talking to amazing leaders like you, I'm like going back and watching my episodes, taking notes. But what are some of the things you feel like you've done well? Obviously, it sounds like you built an amazing, tight-knit culture. Like, everyone's very much a family. What are some other things you feel as a business allowed you? Because that's exponential growth. I mean, you're definitely in the top 1%, right?
That's why everybody they keep saying like, how you did it in such a short time. It's company owners, they've been in this industry for like 30, 40 years, and they reach $5-6 million.
Yeah.
How you did it?
Exactly.
Like, it's people God put people in my journey. They helped me a lot. It was a lot of people involved in this to teach me, because my mentor, he's one of the persons he just fired up in a minute. If you tell something he don't like it, he just go on.
Yeah.
I always just shut my mouth and listen and listen and listen. So he saw that, and when I told him, I want to open my own company. And she, what? Because you always take my stuff. You never say anything to me back. I'm going to give you my secrets.
Yeah.
So this one, and there's another person that teach me, you know what, with insurance, you're going to do this and this and this and this. So it was a lot of people involved in this. They helped me out to just.
Yeah. So you obviously have a pretty, I would say, a powerhouse team of Spanish-speaking professionals, right? Mm-hmm. So how important is it for you personally to be able to provide opportunity for people in the Latino community to be able to grow and thrive and achieve their goals? Like to provide an opportunity within your business where, and this is going to continue to grow and grow, right? But how important is that to you in your mission and vision for the future?
Man, it's hard because I want everybody to get there. I want to help everybody. I want to do a lot of things with them to help them to keep going.
Yeah. To
keep moving. That's why I always recommend to them to go to the events, with you guys or any other person they doing those to helping them to get there, to reach their goals, to be better.
Yeah. Because you've seen things in people that maybe they didn't see in themselves, and you've given people encouragement to pursue sales or sales leadership, and now you've changed their lives, right? Mm-hmm. So, and that's where, being in a leadership role is such a gratifying thing. It always was for me, being able to give someone a gift, whether it's an opportunity or an education, and then watch their life change before your eyes. Being able to have that impact on people that's the best thing in the world.
Oh yeah, that is, because if you you say you helping someone and they get their goal, and that's so good to see them. Yeah. And I help a few companies to do that, and they every time that I bump in somewhere, like, hey, how are you? Let's come on. I'm gonna get you a lunch, or let's go do this and they stop in my office, like, you know what? I'll bring you some lunch here. Or I bring you a drink, or bring you a bottle of the wine. Or, hey, here. Then thank you. They feel so good inside.
Absolutely. So I know with Midwest Exteriors, sales has been a very powerful part of your growth, right? And it sounds like you're pretty passionate about training your staff and your team on how to be successful in selling, right? Being able to sell at a high level. So I guess, how important do you feel selling and sales strategy has been, for you personally and the growth of your team since the beginning?
Oh, it been growing a lot. We've been changing a lot of things because, like I said, I go to a lot of events to hear, to listen, and I come to my company and apply those. Like, you know what, guys? I hear this. Let's try it. I don't say let's do it, but let's try it. If it works, let's go with this. And we keep retraining. We're doing a lot of things. Like when we start the season, we told them, you know what? We all together in the group. Let's do this. Whoever do 5 claims, the first 5 claims, you're gonna get $1,000. So they motivate them to go there because everybody wanna get that money.
Yeah. So you make it a fun, competitive environment, right? So sales warriors love competing. It's this balance of, competition and collaboration that I talk about a lot more lately. It's like, and it seems like what you've done really well is you've built a team where everyone's working together to achieve a common goal, but we're also fighting to see who's the best, and that's really, really healthy. Often when I try to think about the ideal sales culture, I think about an open book culture of sales leaders. So really what I try to do is empower each salesperson to be a leader in their own capacity. Because again, we all have unique gifts and skill sets that we can share with everyone else, right?
Yeah, and sorry to interrupt you. Like the way we develop our sales pay, this they're my partners. Yeah. They're not my sales guys. We're partners. Because I always told my sales guys, if you take a wrong decision, it's going to affect your commission and my part. Yeah. If you take a good decision, it's going to be better for your side and my side. Yep. Because we go 50-50.
Yeah. That's smart.
We go 50-50. Everything that's clear. They can see, where to spend the money. So that's why they hustling and get it. And they trust me and I trust them a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we often design comp plans for salespeople where they have equal stake in investment and profitability that the company does, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the better they can do at building value, not selling on low price, but selling on quality
Mm-hmm.
and superior service and exceptionalism and all this stuff, where, you know, we're not apologizing for being more expensive. We brag about it because we're definitely a cut above the competition. We're not going to try to win a bidding war with Chuck in a truck, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we're here to get it done right, first and foremost. But having that representative invested in the profitability of the company is important because, you know, we don't want people that are trained just to, you know, order take or throw discounts at them until the customer rolls over and buys. We want them to turn in profitable sales. This is why this podcast is called Profits for Sanity. Because what we see across the industry is there's a lot of salespeople that are pretty good at closing. They can close sales, but they suck at negotiating.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between closing and negotiating, right? Because you can be a 50% closer, which sounds good, but if you turn in every job for cost, you're giving away the farm. What are you really achieving, right? So having them invested in, I think, is really, really important.
Oh no, yeah, it's and like I said, it's really good the way we do it. Because I thought, please take a good decision when you're there, because it can cost more or we can make more,
Mm-hmm.
and let's make more than what it can, you know.
Yeah. So if you can reflect back, you know, there's a lot of growing pains you go through when you're building a business, right? So there's a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles. Can you recall in your journey from $300 in your pocket to building a $40 million powerhouse, what would you say is one of the bigger challenges you faced during that growth, where it's like, man, like you just have to take a deep breath, gather yourself, and then find a solution? It's like something that really kind of blindsided you, or a challenge that you came across that you had to overcome.
The cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
The cash flow. That was one of the biggest challenges, because it was weeks that, like, it was Friday and sitting by myself in the office crying, like, how am I gonna get this? How am I gonna pay everybody?
Mm-hmm.
I have to come out with the money tomorrow.
Yep.
Because there's a payday Saturday.
Yep.
And I don't have money. It was one of my biggest challenges,
Yep.
the cash flow, how to management the cash. Because we are in the insurance industry, so sometimes it take a year to get the final check.
Right.
So it's one of the biggest challenges, the cash flow.
Yeah, because you do a lot of commercial work too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what percentage of your business is commercial versus residential?
Commercial is like 30%,
Okay.
and residential is 70%.
Yeah, and those big commercial jobs, I mean, some of those could be multi-million-dollar projects, right? But yeah, it could take over a year before you get paid on that, and that's not paying the bills today.
And same thing with the residential, because we do an insurance claim.
Yeah.
So to get the maximum of the claim, sometimes it take a whole year
Yeah.
to get the money. But yeah, it's one of the hardest challenges, the cash flow.
Right. So, you know, in this episode, you've talked about how important mentors were to you. And like I said, your mentor has a mentor. They have mentors, right? It really never ends. You're a mentor to many, you know, so, and you're developing future leaders. So do you have like a big picture goal or vision? I guess, why do you feel that's a really important thing that you want to be able to do to contribute and give back, is develop future leaders and be a mentor to others in the industry?
Because like I said, I love to see people get there, to get their dreams come true. Because everybody want to get their dream, want to get their American dream. And I love to see the smile, the enjoying their, they get in there.
Yeah.
That's all. It's something that made me happy to see them.
Yeah, I've had a lot of pretty powerful success stories just in my personal career. Like one story I share commonly is I had this sales representative come into our company to apply for a sales job, and the salesperson was homeless. They were living out of their Mini Cooper. Now, if you've seen a Mini Cooper, it's a very small vehicle. Literally didn't own anything, just living out of his car, but he had determination and he had the eye of the tiger. You could see he wanted to change his life. So I'm like, you just got to go all in and you got to master this stuff. Okay. But I'll train you to the best of my ability, but it's really on you to put in the effort to master this. So he goes through the training, masters it, ends up selling millions of dollars in business. A couple years later, has a new fiance, has a new car, has a new house. Like his life just transformed, went from, rags to riches in 2 years. And then for me to feel like I had any impact on that is so gratifying and fulfilling. And there's so many stories like that,
It's the same thing that happened to us. Now it's one of my managers.
Mm-hmm.
When first time he showed up to the office, he's like, nah, I don't believe this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore because everybody just screw me up. They tell me they're going to pay. And I told them, like, don't worry about it. And he's like, you know how many times I hear that?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't hear for the right person. Say, okay, whatever. And he, throw the stuff in there. And now he started working. Now he's good.
Yeah.
And I love you met that guy one of those days. So you can talk with him.
Yeah. Love to.
He's
there.
He's there.
That's what's impressive about Midwest Elite Exteriors is within your story, you have all these crazy American dream success stories within your organization. Now it's like, I venture to guess I could probably interview 90% of your team, and every single person I talk to would be like, oh my God, that's inspiring. Like just hearing their journey. But you attract that, right?
Yeah.
So you're attracting those people into your life because your company is a mere reflection of yourself, right?
Yeah, that's why I don't know if you see our logo. This is the Punisher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's awesome.
Because everybody start with me again. We start from the ground, from zero, from the ashes. We all together we make Midwest Elite.
Yeah, I love that. That's really powerful. So obviously, if you're an employee, by the way, if you're watching this and you're looking for an opportunity to work with an amazing company, call Midwest Elite Exteriors. It sounds like an amazing place to be. And, you're definitely a leader a lot of people could see themselves working with, so that's really powerful. So aside from your company, how important is it for you as a business owner and entrepreneur to deliver exceptional service and experience for your customers? So how important is that? And do you feel that that's also what's helped springboard you forward is you're one of the few contractors in the industry that truly cares about your customers?
Yes, it's really, really important to, it's like I would tell everybody, if you promise something, deliver.
Yeah.
If we lose money, we lose. That's why I told them, like, you have to take the good decision when you do this. If you promise to the homeowner, let's get it done. If we lose, we lose. It's okay. We're going to get in the next one. No, not everybody's a winner. But we need to deliver a promise. That's how I build this company. Mm-hmm. And I always beckon up them. If he promised something, we're going to get it done. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to let it go. We're not get it done. I don't want to, when I go to talk to the customer, I want to making sure when I left from their house, they have a big smile.
Yeah.
It's really, really important to if you promise something, get it done. Mm-hmm. Don't deliver promises, undeliver it, because that's bad. That's bad for the business. It's more people that can put a bad review than a good review. So please, it's one of they're always telling the guys, like, please, if you promise something, let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know if you promise something so I can send somebody to get it done that what you promised. Mm-hmm. Because if we're not getting done, we're not going to get more business.
Yeah.
Because we're not feeling like, no, don't get this guy because he's just take a benefit of us, take the money and run. Like, no, I'm not that person.
Yeah. Yeah, because this industry is loaded with, especially in roofing, right? With contractors that take the path of least resistance, scam people, overpromise, underdeliver. There's tons of that out there. And, I talk about being a good salesperson and a good leader. A lot of people have a really bad image about salespeople and contractors, right? If you ask the average person, how would you define a salesperson? They would say sleazeball, scumbag, liar, thief. It's not the most positive, but, I firmly believe that to be a real great salesperson means being a good person, period. Being honest, having integrity, being able to demonstrate empathy, provide a service, deliver on your promises. And same thing with running a business and leading a team. And, the most important way to lead any team is by example. And it sounds like you've done that at a very high level, because if I want an organization that's honest and delivers on their promises and it has integrity, I, as the leader, have to be honest and have integrity. So this is what, a good friend of mine, Nick Richmond, he always says, the fish stinks from the head down. With any organization. If you got a toxic organization, if you got a bunch of people that are lying to people, well, you built that culture. That's the team that you built.
Yeah.
So Rick Grosso, my mentor, he always told owners of businesses, you have the company you deserve. He always hit him between the eyes with it. Not a lot of owners like to hear that. But for better or for worse, you really do have the company you deserve. So if you're not happy with like the people on your team, how they're treating customers, how they're, lying to people, well, your tolerance of poor performance sets the standard in your organization, right?
Yeah, because you're gonna let, like you said, you have the company you deserve. Because if you telling them let's just get the money, they're gonna do anything they can to get the money,
including lie. Yeah, I've seen plenty of that.
And I keep telling my guys, no, we're not gonna be lying to the homeowners.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be no, it's bad.
Yeah.
Because if we like this person, you don't know this person maybe have a lot of friends they can be recommended to you. It's Alfonso, one of my leaders, my managers. He have one customer. He did one house, and they give like 20 houses. Like,
oh my
here,
gosh.
go here,
Yeah.
because you don't lie to me. You did what you promised to me. So he stopped in the office and he signed 20 contracts. He said, that's my 20 house. I want you to do it. Because you're the first person. They don't lie to me.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
When they go there, they always tell the homeowners, like, I'm going to do my best. I don't promise everything is going to be repaired or everything's going to be changed. But I want to do my best to get it together. Mm-hmm. If we can work out something so we can get your stuff done.
Yeah.
But never, ever, ever promise. No. It's going to be cover everything. Because if you promise it, later around, if they don't get it cover everything they expected, they're going to like, no, you told me. So you lied to me just to sign the contract.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
We always feel like we're going to do our best.
Yeah.
We never promise anything.
Yeah, be upfront and honest, give them realistic expectations. It's a lot better to address that proactively instead of reactively. Mm-hmm. And if it means even walking away from it, that's better for everyone involved,
No, yeah, because you don't want to be the person, the liar person.
Yeah.
You want to be the good person, exactly. The one that's helping them.
Mm-hmm. So you've obviously accomplished a ton. You're on pace to do, amazing stuff this year. Where do you see Midwest Exteriors, Elite Exteriors, going in the next five years or so? Like, where do you see you taking this rocket ship?
Well, I have a lot of plans for the company. We right now we're in a process to open a restaurant and a nightclub. We're working on that.
Where's the nightclub?
It's gonna be in Elgin.
Okay, that's not too far.
Like an hour and a half.
Yeah. So I'll be there. You let me know when the doors are open. So my wife and I actually love dancing. So my wife is 100% Mexican, but she's an amazing ballroom dancer. She actually used to dance competitively, but she taught me the salsa, the cumbia, the bachata, the merengue. We've done a little bit of tango. But believe it or not, I can do some stuff. So if you got any cool Latin music.
You got some Latinos.
That's right. Yeah, and I got 2 children, and obviously they're half and half now. So absolutely beautiful children. But yeah, let us know when you open that nightclub.
You're the opposite way than me.
Yeah.
The it's Polish.
Yeah, there you go.
And they're half and half.
Yeah. So actually, I lied about my wife's ethnicity. So she's also a little Spanish and Native American, but mostly Mexican. Yep. So yeah, so it's absolutely amazing. But yeah, I love that. So that sounds like a really great vision.
Yeah,
and are you looking to take Midwest Exteriors to like over 100 million plus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the goal, and that's what I try to my managers to see how good they do, so we can open more branches.
Yeah. I
want to make sure they're ready with their thing and their selves. Because you have to love yourself a lot. So when some really bad issues come, you have to be calm. You have to be the person they don't gonna be screaming to anybody. Because if you start screaming to everybody, everything is gonna go away.
Yep.
The issue is gonna stay there. The person is gonna go away.
Yeah.
But the issue is gonna stay there. if you're the person that come down, they always control yourself, that person is going to help you too to get this issue resolved.
Yeah, then your team is going to be able to maintain their level of calm and composure. And then as a team, you can get through this storm together, you know, whatever's coming.
Like, believe it or not, in those almost 7 years they've been open, nobody heard me to scream or say any bad word.
Yeah.
No matter how bad it is, like I told everyone, no matter how bad it is, let's sit down or take a few minutes or go home. Go home, relax, come back tomorrow. We're going to sit down and we're going to resolve this.
Right.
Because if we start screaming right now, you're going to walk away and it's going to be myself now fixing this.
Right.
But he's there. He's going to explain me everything what's happening in that situation so we can both together resolve this.
Right.
So I that's why I always I have a lot of self-control.
That's good. Yeah, because that's important, is to keep your team inspired, right? And, you know, what I was taught early in my leadership career from my mentor is you really got to be their cheerleader. You got to build them up. You got to keep them motivated, because when times are tough, that's the worst time to yell at somebody and demoralize them and essentially take the wind out of their sails. Ultimately, I want them to be able to go back to battle, like go back to, you know, whatever job they have, sales, marketing, wanting to perform for the betterment of themselves and the company. You know, I wanted to be a leader that they wanted to work for. Like, is there any loyalty there or respect? If you lose respect from your employees because you yell at them all the time and there's no belief, they have no belief in you or the company, they're not going to be able to do their job at all. And then you're not going to be able to dig yourself out.
Yeah, they're not going to be doing their job, and any chance they have to leave, they're going to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to work for somebody else.
They're going to leave. But if you treat them with respect and helping them when the situation is bad, they're going to stay there. They're going to stay there. They're going to be loyal to you.
Yeah, there was I think it was a Steve Jobs quote, but he says, you want to, and I'm going to this isn't verbatim, by the way, but the general gist of it is you want to expertly train your employees so well they could leave you and be successful anywhere, but you want to treat them so well they never want to. So, and that's something really good to take away, because ultimately putting the income aside is really how they're treated in the culture of your organization that determines whether people want to work for you or want to leave. Because I've seen time and time again, people making boatloads of money working for other companies, and they leave because the culture is not strong. They're not treated well. Nobody's going to put up with that long term.
Yeah, they don't feel comfortable working there. Because there's going to be a moment they're going to be screaming in front of everybody, and something that you never do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you have some issues, I always told them, like, you know what, come to my office, we're going to talk one-to-one, and let's see what's going on. And like, say, never ever going to see me, like, screaming to no one. I always like, okay, well, it happens.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's perfect. Yeah.
What we want to do? Let's
figure out a solution. Yeah, that's great. So obviously a lot of wisdom. Obviously, I just want to say congratulations to you on all your success. To kind of finish up this conversation, I just wanted to ask you, if there's a young entrepreneur watching this that maybe is scared to chase their American dream, or maybe they have $300 in their pocket, they're wondering, should I do this or not? I guess what advice would you give to any young entrepreneurs watching this to go after their American dream and have that bold vision and believe in themselves? Like, if this is something you want to do, go after it, right? So what advice would you give them to give them that little dose of inspiration to pursue it?
Man, you have to, it's hard to get it there, but man, if you planning, just get it done. What's going to be the worst part? Go back to what are you doing before?
Yeah, we call it taking imperfect action. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but just take action, right?
Take little by little. Take a baby steps.
Yeah, and progress over perfection.
Yeah, take a baby step. Don't try to go all the way. Because, I said when I have the $300, I took a baby step. Yeah. And I was learning until I get it. A year later, I get the whole structure ready. So this is when I jump in. But yeah, if you planning to do something, if that's in your heart and that's in your mind, get it. Yeah. Get it done.
Yeah.
It's something that you love to do. It's something that you like, and that's way to make a living. get it done. Don't keep thinking, how if I fail? Never did. If you start thinking, how if they don't work, you already fail. You have to no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it done. It's gonna be good. That's what you need to put in your mind. Never put how if it doesn't work? If you start thinking that one since the moment you're gonna start it, that's how I wanna work. You have to put no, it's gonna work. It's gonna get done, and we're gonna get it.
That's awesome.
And we're gonna complete our dreams.
Yeah, so we call it the power of the made-up mind. So once you really make up your mind, this is what you want, and fuel that with a burning desire. The only one that's going to stop you from achieving that is you.
It's you.
You got to just get after it.
And this.
Yeah, and the distractions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, get after it.
This one is gonna stop you and the phone. Because we always look and playing or watching video.
Everyone's got neck problems because they're always this, looking down at their phones all the time. Yeah, it's crazy. Anything with the name smart on it, I think does the opposite. It doesn't make anybody smarter. It kind of dumbs them down. It's it's actually refreshing every now and then when you can see a couple on a date actually looking at each other anymore.
Oh no, yeah, they're just looking down or texting each other, getting a fight on the phone.
Yeah, I know. Literally laying in bed next to each other, texting each other. It's what's going on?
Good night, my love.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Well, it's been an honor to have you on the show. I just want to congratulate you on all your success.
Thank you for inviting us.
And hopefully we can invite you back on this podcast,
that'd be
as you
great.
Continue to grow and thrive in this industry. And certainly when you open the nightclub, we want to have you back to talk about that. Maybe we'll do the podcast live from the nightclub.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be great. Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. So I hope you found this episode very inspiring. I certainly did. Again, chase your dreams because they're not going to chase you back. So go out there and make it happen. Again, this episode was with Daniel, the CEO of Midwest Elite Exteriors, an absolute powerhouse organization in the Midwest. If you haven't heard about them now, you're definitely going to hear about them in the near future because they're going to take over the industry in a big way. So again, make sure you tune in each and every episode of our Profits for Sanity podcast, where we bring on the brightest minds in the home improvement industry to show you how to grow and scale a more profitable business. As always on this show, volumes for vanity and profit is for sanity. Now go out there and pursue your American dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominic, for inviting me.
Thank you.
Thank you.